Hi there everybody, we are back out at Yukon Acres today and we are going to be doing a little bit of flail mowing. Now you just noticed me hook up my tractor a little bit differently to the 3-point than some of you normally do. Now you guys are used to these things, right? These little turnbuckles, these little stabilizers that come standard with your Kubota 3-point system, right? This one's nice and straight, right? Okay, well, this one's not so straight. Yeah, sometimes what I don't show you in the videos is me screwing up. Last time I was out here, I was hooking up this flail mower, and my top link got wedged underneath this thing and bent it. And trust me, this is a lot straighter than it was. I'm lucky that I didn't break it. I was still able to use it in this form. This looks terrible, right? Look at that nasty bend anyway. There's a little bit of grease on there. But if I were to have broke that the last time I was out here, I would not have anything to replace it with. I would have had to figure out a solution. So before I came out here again the second time, I found a backup method which I really like. These are just your average turnbuckles that you can buy at pretty much any hardware store. So I don't exactly know the length of those. I would guess that these are probably 9 inches, probably a little bit. But I did have to buy a different size eye for the right threaded, just a little bit longer so it would work better, so it's more adjustable, so I can really, you know, spread these 3-point arms out far. It works really well. What I really like about it is I can get my whole hand on here and turn it instead of just the little nut that's on there. So it's real easy to get a wrench on there. These are made out of aluminum, but this is steel, you know, and the threads in there I'm hoping are going to hold up. Whoop, dropping stuff here. Get those out of the way. I think it's going to be a good solution. Man, it's hot out here today at Yukon and there's no breeze. Whew. I'm hoping that the breeze picks up a little bit, but we're going to do some flail mowing, so stick around, see what happens. We might have some fun, we might get into some trouble, we might dig some holes and fill them up with dirt. I do plan on using the 3940 today, so we might have some fun with that. But anyway, I thought I'd show you that little trick with the stabilizer arms. You know, if you want to go get a replacement set, I think I spent like 20 bucks for both of those, so not bad, not a bad deal. A lot cheaper than I'm sure what Kubota would have charged me for a replacement turnbuckle or stabilizers or whatever you want to call them. So I'm sweating buckets already. Whew, I need some wind. I don't even care if it rains. Okay, stick around. You're watching A Ritter Bit Will Do. that was some pretty serious flail mowing. We were going over some pretty rough stuff. Now, remember I showed you those turnbuckles and how I thought they were going to be a great idea? Well, guys, they're failing on me. Look at, they are just stretching out. All right, so they got a little loose because they are trying to come apart, right? So we're going to go back to the old factory set of turnbuckles. I'm not going to give up though. I really like that idea. I like the, you know, like I showed you down here, I really like the fact that I can get my whole hand on this turnbuckle and turn it and tighten it, rather than just kind of using my fingers trying to tighten this little nut, right? You can't really turn that real well just with your fingers. You got to get a wrench on it. So I really like the fact that I can get my whole hand on this and turn it real easily. So I think there's a solution here somewhere. I don't think this is the ideal, or at least that particular turnbuckle isn't the right thing. You know, maybe if this was a closed loop, that would hold up a little better. I thought the aluminum threads would give before this actually gave, so I'm kind of surprised. However, you know, that was some pretty serious flail mowing. We were going over some tough stuff, and this was getting jostled back and forth pretty hard. So I'm not done yet. Like I said, I think it's a good idea. Now, help me out, guys. What do you got for me? What kind of products are out there? Leave a comment. Tell me where to go. I really like the fact that I can tighten it with a wrench, so I can get whatever implement I have on the back tight, so it's not going to sway at all. So I know there's a few people out there that are making these adjustable sway bars or stabilizer bars. I'm not using the right term on that. What are those things called? I can't even remember. But anyway, there's products out there that are a solution to the problem I got. What do you guys know? All right, give me some info in the comments. All right, I'm at a different part of the property right now. If you watched a previous video that I did where it said during the scene, trying to find the old driveway, well, this is the other side of the old driveway. The reason I couldn't go all the way through that is because in the middle of it, there's a culvert that is washed out. So there's, you know, there's like a 5-foot hole. These deer flies are everywhere. Goodness, carry me away again. But anyways, before I start digging out that old culvert, I don't know if I'm going to get to that today or not. I kind of doubt that I'm going to do that. But I want to start trying to find the high ground. As you can see, there's some pine trees. There's some white pine trees. There might be some Norways scattered in there too. But my dad planted those trees to kind of mark the edge of the road. Since this road is unusable right now, we're gonna try and get to the point where we can use it again. So I got a culvert to fix eventually, but before that, we're gonna try and find the road again. Whew. Man, so the grass and the deer flies are really thick back here. Deer flies are after me, the grass is here. Here's that hole in the culvert, you guys. You can see the culvert down there. I said hole in the culvert. I'm hoping that there's not a hole in the culvert. This is a 3-foot culvert way down there, and the water's moving. So the beavers haven't dammed it up, and that's good. But anyway, it's hard to tell, especially on camera, but there's a creek that goes through those woods all the way back into the swamp, and then through this culvert there's basically a whole nother swamp over there. and the water just kind of flows right through here and meets that other creek. So it's kind of like an intersection for two creeks, streams, waterways, whatever you want to call them. I told you earlier that I'd be using the 3940 out here. I'm kind of doubting that right now because I'm guessing that this episode's getting a little long and you might be getting bored. So keep watching the channel. I'll be using that 3940 eventually to fill in these holes out here. That is the plan. I need to fill in these holes. I'm hoping that I don't find a hole in the culvert itself, but who knows. So if I do, I'll dig it out of there. But right now we're just trying to make it a little bit more accessible. So stick around and we'll see what happens. That's just amazing, isn't it? Saw what I was running over. You know, you got to go over it multiple times when it's really thick, but look at this. This is how thick this stuff was. This is one that didn't get cut. I think this was the biggest one. That's a good 2.5 inch diameter branch, and just kind of took care of it, mulched it right up. Look at that. We took care of that whole corner. That was all trees that were, you know, 10 feet tall trees, and we just ran them right over. Well, guys, I think we're going to wrap things up here at Yukon today. We accomplished quite a bit. We mowed quite a bit of stuff with that flail mower. That is the cat's meow. You know, I mean, that thing will really cut some substantial stuff, as you guys saw. You know, we also talked about those 3-point turnbuckles, stabilizers. I know there's a term that I can't think of right now, but if you got an answer for me, please leave it in the comment. I'd appreciate it. Also, boy, I've been getting a lot of subscribers lately, and that is just wonderful. The channel is growing. My ultimate goal is to get 10,000 subscribers. I don't know how long it's going to take me to do that, but I'm on track to be at least halfway there by the end of the summer. So if you haven't subscribed yet, do that. We're having a lot of fun on this channel, getting a lot of great comments, and you know, if you like the content that you saw, please give me a like. It does help the channel grow quite a bit. You know, either like or comment or both, whatever. I do appreciate it quite a bit. So until next time, guys, keep on tractoring, and God bless.